Good afternoon. Today we discuss an important part of grammar, and in our speaking, sometimes it confuses. At the same time, sometimes it only guides how to speak, how to address something. How to address something. For example, if I want to ask you a question like. Um, a question like where is the water bottle? Where is the water bottle? Yeah, it is on the table. you know I say that it is on the table. Yeah, would be some different place. Yeah, it is in the kitchen. Yes, remember. So for one question I gave two different answers, like it may be on the table, or it may be in the kitchen, or it may be in the fridge. you know where is the water bottle? That is a possible answers. It may be in the fridge. So what exactly I am doing here? I am trying to locate an object. you know I'm trying to locate on objects. So how we are doing? Yes, we are using some words like on, in. Yes, so these are called prepositions. Generally, whenever we want to locate an object, a noun, so before noun, it comes, we add a preposition before the nouns. So, like this, we have to address, we show about the location, or it may be, so it is about the place, location, and sometimes we can say about time, and other things also can be discussed. So preposition, so we are talking about the positions of an object or a thing. Okay, so by using these words, so generally we are very much aware of general prepositions like on, in, at, for, with. These are single, of, all these we know. you know yeah, so how we have to go for, and how they are going to be correct. And sometimes there may occur a kind of confusion, like where to use, whether to use in, or on, or off, or like this. So like this we get doubts. So to clear this, let us discuss in detail about the prepositions. So preposition is something that shows, that tells the position of an object, basically a noun. Okay, where is the water bottle? It is on the table, it is in the fridge, it is in the kitchen, it is near TV cupboard. Okay, it is between tea cups and a bowl. It is between a teacup and a bowl, steel bowl. So we are locating an object, so we use the prepositions. So let us go with different prepositions and with their meanings. So I just share you one thing. We go to slide share. So prepositions of place. So we have prepositions of place and prepositions of time. For example, what is the time? At what time will you come back? Around 4 o'clock. At 4 p.m. I'll be here. Okay. So at what time? I am asking a question by using a preposition. At what time would you like to come back? I'll be back at 4 p.m. So prepositions of time. It's 10 to 9. It's 10 to 9. I'm using 10 to 9. That means the time is 8:50. 10 to 9. So we use prepositions for denoting time and place. So let us examine few examples of place. Prepositions of place here. Okay? Yeah. So in, you could observe the picture. The cats are in the box. The cats are in the box. Okay. On, the cat is sleeping on the sofa. The cat is sleeping on the sofa. Under, so you could see the position. So it is below the table. So the cat is under the table. The cup is on the table. Okay. The chair is beside the table. Right? In front of. Okay. cube is there, a box, you can imagine that it is as a box. Now okay, the hair is in front of the box, red box. Behind, so it is back side of the box. So it is the hair is behind the box. Yeah, the hair is between a green and red box. You are here, we can see two objects and the hair is in between them. See the, observe the position. Next to, okay, the cat is next to the chair, or you can say even that the cat is near the chair, or the cat is at the chair. A little bit difference, just beside of the chair also you can say. Next to, above, the clouds are above the home, the clouds are above the hills. Above, that means upper part of the object. Opposite, yes, these two cubes are opposite. When we see, opposite could be like there should be a path, there should be a gap should be there between two objects. For example, my home is in front of an internet center. My home is in front of an internet center, or my home is opposite to Networld Internet Center, for example. Yes, that means these two places could be divided by a path, a road. Then only we can call that it is opposite. For example, you have a beautiful plant, rose plant. You have a rose plant at your home. So you can say a red rose plant is there in front of my home. A red rose plant is there in front of my home. That you are saying that yes, just it is in the same side, okay, just in front of, just so it is not dividing it, they are located in the same road. So that is the reason, that is the difference between opposite and in front of. Here you could see the path, the difference between these two objects you can see. And in the previous example, in front, because adjacent to the box, the hair, the rabbit is just in front of the box, okay. So they are in the same place, same road, but here you can see the path, the gap is there. Just imagine a road or something, like this. Yeah, we have already got in front of. The black ball is in front of a white cube. Yeah, let us see. They have given in front of indica delimit Peru. Oh, this is something different language, but we understand. My house is opposite the park. Yeah, in the queue he was in front of me. That means just, yes, yeah, remember, in front of, opposite. There should be a gap. This picture really denotes the difference between in front. Both are before only. Both are, yeah, in front of. Both are before only the position, but there should be a difference between the path, or that there should be a gap. Yeah, prepositions of place, at, in, on. So we can see some more examples like place. The bus is in front of the school. The monument is in front of the church. The rabbit is under the table. You can see under the table. I am next to my mom. Just beside, just you are standing beside your mom. Yes, the rabbit is on the table. The boy is in the tub. So he is playing inside of the tub. The man is behind the ball. Yes, the rabbit is in the box. The toy car is in front of the boy, just in front of the boy. Yes. The cat is between the trees. The cat is between the trees. You can see two trees are there, and between a cat is there. He is behind the bars. I am next to my mom. Yes. The apples are on the tree. Dad is in front of the car. Dad is in front of the car. The man is in jail. The keys are between the cars. The apples are under the tree. The eggs are in the nest. The bird is on the branch. The books are under the table. The cat is in the bag inside of an object. The man is behind the tree, back side of the tree. The sun is behind the tree. Yes, it is also the same. The bike is in front of the boy. He holds it, and it is just in front of the boy. The baby is under the table. My books are in my bag. The monkey is next to the goat. Right. My mobile is next to yours. They're just side by side. Side by side. The elephant is under the table. The little penguin is between his mom and dad. Yeah, you can observe the picture. The little penguin is between her mother and father. The clouds are above the house. Where is the girl? A girl is behind the board. Yeah. You can see this picture again under a teddy bear is under the table, under the box. It is joyously jumping over the box. It is playing in the box. It is playing on the box. It is in front of the box. It is behind the and next to. So you can observe this picture too. Inner, inside, on, at, near, under, over, below, above, round, around, through. I saw the sunrise through the window. Among, between, behind, in front of, along, across, up, down, opposite, onto, off, into, out of, past, next to or by or beside, against, over, from to, towards. And let us see the difference between among and between. I am using the preposition to give a clarity of between. So both mean the middle. The position of an object is middle of two objects or many objects. When you are talking about only two objects, the middle of two objects, you can use between. And if it is in the middle of many objects, we can use among. So here you can see the difference. The red ball is between the two black balls. The red ball is between the two black balls. A red ball is among the black balls. You need not to give the number here because it is more than 2. Then only we get are many balls. Okay. Same picture, I mean different pictures, but the same concept in front of okay. So when we talk about a specific position, just like in is something that we are telling that the cat is in the box. Okay, if you want to say that the movement of the cat, then the cat is jumping into the box. The cat is jumping into the box. Yeah, we can see different pictures. Yeah, dog is beside a tree. It's behind the tree, in the pond, on the branch, under the tree, in front of the tree, out of the cave, over the fruit. Okay, what happened? So like this we can see. Let us have a glance at prepositions of time. Prepositions of time. Let us see. What is the correct preposition of time for the sentence? Try to remember before going on to the next card. What is the correct preposition of time for the sentence? Okay. My grammar class meets in the morning. In the morning. Very good. The bus leaves at 10 to 2. So, TO2, 10 to 2. 10 to 2. 10 past 2. 10 after 2. Okay. Fine. This is a question. The party will start at 10 to 6. 5:50. Time is given. The party will start at 10 to 6. Right. I lived in Japan for 10 years. I have studied English. I have studied English in 2002. I have studied English since 2000. I have been studying English since 2002. It should be like this. There is a correction. I have been studying English since 2002. Okay. My speech class meets dash the afternoon. My speech class meets in the afternoon. People started to use computers since the 20th century. People started to use computers in the 20th century. I eat breakfast at 6:30 a.m. Right. Thanksgiving is always on Thursday. See, when we are talking about the days of a week, we have to use on Thursday, on Monday, on Sunday. When will you come to my home? I will come to your home on Monday. Right? So for days of the week we have to use on. Yes. And for time we can say at 10 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 10 to 2, like this we can say particular time, fixed time. And if it is the time of morning, afternoon, in the morning, in the afternoon, I'll come in the evening. Okay. I eat my breakfast in the morning. I eat my lunch in the afternoon. Right. So for morning, afternoon, evening we should use in. For days of the week, on. Okay. Many teenagers ask their parents if they may stay out late, and the end a lot of partner parents give in. Many teenagers ask their parents if they may stay out late, and at the end a lot of parents give in. In the end. So this is complicated. Let us leave it. I'll be home at 10. This means before, by 10. You know, I will be home by 10 o'clock. That means 10, yes. Before getting 10 only, we will be reaching home by 10 o'clock. That means you would be reaching by 1 minute to 10 at least. That is the pick of the time, 1 second to 10 even. The American government takes the census every 10 years. 2000 to every 10 years, 2000, 2020, etc. The American government takes the census every 10 years in 2002, yes, in 2000, 2010, 2020. He always cleans his apartment at the weekend. Note, in the UK they use it. Okay, we follow British English. So we are correct. So on the weekend also correct, but we follow British English, so we can say at the weekend. He always cleans his apartment at the weekend. Or in the UK they use it. On is also correct according to American English. The trees change color. The trees change color dash the fall. The trees change color in the fall. Yes. Last night I studied between 7 and 10 p.m. Oh. Last night I studied from 7 until 7 to from 2. Okay. Last night I studied from 7 to 10. Last night I studied from 7 until 10. We celebrate Mother's Day in May, in the month. Okay. On for days of the week, at for fixed time, in for months and years. In 1980, I went to Delhi. She will graduate in 3 days. It is difficult to move to a new country and start a new job at the same time. Dash March 5th we have a test. On March 5th. Yes. Because you are giving a fixed day. Because you are talking about the month. But 5th is the day of a week. So on March 5th we have a test. We celebrate Independence Day with fireworks. Yeah. We celebrate Independence Day with the fireworks. We celebrate Independence Day with fireworks at night. Right. I like to go for a dash. Okay. I like to go for a walk in the evening. In the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Okay. At night. Having triplets means the woman gave birth to 3 babies at one time. I traveled around the world 2 years. I traveled around the world 2 years. I traveled around the world 2 years before I go. Shayan? Okay, sir. I traveled around the world 2 years ago. We woke up at 6:05. Most American children don't have school in the summer. In winter, in the summer, in rainy season, for seasons in, for months in, for days on, for time at. And by is used by two means, like one is to denote time, by 10 a.m., by 11 a.m., by 6 p.m., like this. And in time, off time, on time. You have to attend the class on time. That means not to be late. You have to be exactly there. You have to attend the class on time. No? One. And if you want to say, you can, I reached my college in time. That means the college is specifically for 9:30 and you reach the college by 9:20 or 9:25. So you are in time. Yeah, fine. In time, on time, off time. The college is meant for 9:30, but you reach the college off time. That means after 9:30, every minute becomes off time. I attend my college. I reached my class off time. That means class is supposed to start at 9:30 and you reach the class after 9:30. For that also we can use like this. And these are the differences, like in, on and off time. In time is before, off time is later, that means late, and on time is exact and correct time. And by is also before by 10 p.m. I'll be there by 10 p.m. I'll be there by 6 p.m. That means before 6 o'clock you will be there. Then by could be used for transportation, just like I came by bus, I came by a four-wheeler, he came by a car, like this. And generally I go to college on foot, by walking. We use by walking, but it is not correct. So we have to use a preposition of on foot. I went to temple on foot. Okay, I came to college by walk. No, we should not use by for walking. It is only could be used for transporting vehicles. I came by bicycle, I came by bus, I came by car, I came by two-wheeler, I came by a rickshaw, auto rickshaw. So by could be used for vehicles, for transportation. But for walking, on foot. I went to market on foot. He comes to college on foot. They go to college on foot. That is the thing that we need to remember. Then time in, on, it, we can see general, bigger, more specific, smaller. We have already discussed what is like in, on, at locations. The prepositions in, on and at can be used to indicate time and location. Yes, of course, in two. Use in if you mention just a year or a month by itself. I was born in 2014. We bought the teddy bear in January. I am going to Argentina in December. Okay, but use on with specific dates. I was born on the 1st of January 1998. Use on with the days of the week. I'll see you on Monday. I will see you on Tuesday. There is also a difference between in and at when we talk about locations. We generally use in with countries, states, cities, and towns. Yes, bigger places. We generally use in with countries, states, cities, and towns. I live in New Zealand. I live in Delhi. I live in Hyderabad. I live in Karimnagar. We live at Sri Vilas. We live at Mamata Nagar. That could be like for colonies we can use. This is especially true when the name of the country is an important detail or when it has some personal significance used in made in Italy, made in China, made in India. But when we refer to a country, state, city, town, etc., as just a point, for example, point along a journey, we use it instead of in. In such cases, the use of it shows the location has no personal significance for us, it's just a point to which we are referring. Notice the difference between at Brooklyn and in Brooklyn in the following two examples. The bus stops at Brooklyn. Yes, I live in Brooklyn. In the first sentence, Brooklyn is purely as a point along a journey without any personal significance. But in the second example, the youth uses in because for him Brooklyn is not just a point along a journey, it has personal significance. It's where he lives, it's his town. Often in means inside a closed space. Yes, the boy is in the classroom, the teacher is in the classroom, my friend is in the classroom. But you can use at if you just want to refer to the area surrounding a building. I'll meet you at the library. I'll meet you at the ATM center. I'll meet you at the bus stop. So use in if you want to be more specific, actually mean inside the building. I will wait for you in the library. That means you reach and you stay inside and you refer books, and while waiting you can refer books. Which preposition should you use here at or in? Let us see. We had to wait Auckland airport for 2 hours. We had to wait at Auckland airport for 2 hours. I just simply go with it. We had to wait at Auckland airport for 2 hours. That's it. Yes. Because the airport is a location is not personally important, it's just a point along a journey. What about this example? The cat is in the dryer, inside of the dryer. The cat is in the dryer. Yeah, that's right. Use in to refer to an enclosed space. The cat is in the dryer. Try another one. Yes, the children are waiting at the train station. The children are waiting at the. Yes, if you said it, well done. Yes, we are correct. The children are waiting at the train station. For them, the station is just a point along a journey. It doesn't have any personal significance. Right. Yeah, one more. Fill the gap with the missing word use at or in. I work in New York because yes, personally did it. I work in New York. Yes, because you work there, this location has personal significance, therefore use in. Interesting examples of prepositions. Now let's talk about transport. As a general rule, use on when you are referring to public or commercial transport, but use in when referring to public transport. Let us see. Things you get in: taxis, cars, vans. Things you get on. We get on to an aeroplane. When we get on to a boat, we get on to a train. If you sit on the exterior part of a vehicle or an animal, you use on. This old man is on his bicycle. Yes. This old lady is on her motorbike. It's never too late. Dora is on her horse. Let's test our knowledge. Complete the phrase with in or on. I am going on the plane to Mexico. I am going in the plane to Mexico. The man is on his tractor. Children get Children get in the car. In the car. Very good. I am going on the plane to Mexico. The man is on his tractor. Children get in the car. A little more about the prepositions at. We often use at with names of group activities. My husband is at a work seminar. I'm at the theater. I'm at the bakery. I'm at the temple. Unless we are participants in the group activity, then we use in. I'm in the theater. I study at Oxford. Okay, this means that we often use at when we are more interested in the activity that is developing than in the location itself. Notice the difference between in Oxford, the city, and at Oxford, the university. I live in Oxford, yes. I study at Oxford. The first example focuses more on the location, while the second example focuses more on the activity that happens there. I live in Oxford city. I study at Oxford, that is University or College. Another use of at is to give a specific address. He lives at 321 Main Street. And at is used with a number of set phrases: at home, at work, at school, at church. At home. I'm I'm in a concert. And which would you choose for this one? I am at a concert. Oh, did you choose it for the spectator and for the musician if they did well done? Oh, I am in a concert. I am at a concert. Okay. I am at a concert. I am in a concert. Fine. Which word is missing from the sentence? Where are you? I am at home. Now I'm going to talk a bit more about the position on. Yes. Use on with streets. When we are not referring to a specific address, Main Street. I live on the Main Street. Vivo and yeah. The rabbit is on the table. Use on when something is touching the surface. Okay. The Mona Lisa is on the wall. Yes. If something is near or touching a line on a map like a border, river, highway, etc. San Juan is on the border of Nicaragua and Costa Rica. But sometimes the difference between at, in, and on is not clear. This is because sometimes the choice is up to you. But remember, the meaning may change depending on which preposition you choose. Example, at may refer to general location while in or on would be more specific. I like to relax at the beach. This sentence refers to the beach in general. I like to relax on the beach. Here the use of on makes the sentence a little more specific. This phrase might make us imagine the sensation of the sand between our toes. While the example below using in is specific, referring to being in an enclosed space at a school. The boy is in the classroom. We could also use at to refer to being at the same school, but this would be less specific. The girl is at school. The girl is at school. That is to say that often the difference is just a nuance and both prepositions are more or less interchangeable. I'll meet you at the cafe. I'll meet you in the cafe. I'll meet you in the cafe. To conclude, one example that presents a particular challenge for learners of English is when they want to talk about people attending a meeting. Should they say that someone is at or in a meeting? In a meeting. Sorry, Miss Jones is in a meeting. To tell the truth, very often both work just fine. Sorry, Mr. Jones is at a meeting. So both can be used. What is the difference? The same but different. Often the difference is purely regional, which means that you can usually use at a meeting or in a meeting interchangeably with no problems. Fine. So these are the things that we need to practice, and there occurs a little bit confusion, but only thing the practice improves and avoids our confusion. So that is a thing that we need to practice here. In a meeting can mean that person is participating in a meeting in the very same building. Okay, at a meeting can mean that the person is attending a meeting at another location, perhaps another office on the other side of town. It's also possible that at a meeting means that the person is only attending the meeting but not participating. What should you do if you don't have any idea which preposition sounds better in your sentence? Help me. So, choosing the correct preposition and understanding possible nuances communicated by your choice of preposition is not easy for students of English. One tool that you can use to help you in this endeavor is Google Ngram Yo. So keep up the good work. We could go on and on about the prepositions in it and on, but this is all for today's lesson. Yes, so we practice, we interact, and we use prepositions without any confusion. Okay, only through practice. Okay, fine. Then we end up here, and we meet and discuss the other topics in the next session.